Okay, so back leg roundhouse kick on a bag. It can also be done on a wall, you just have to modify it a little bit. So if you have a bag or a hand mitt, your hand mitt would be just like putting the number 7. It should be sideways, okay? So what I want everybody to do is be perpendicular with the bag. Not cheating off to the side, but be perpendicular to it so that you don't bring your knee in. This is actually a very incorrect way to do the roundhouse kick, is to bring your knee in front. What you should always do is bring the knee up to the side. In fact, this part of practicing a roundhouse kick is super important, bringing it up like that, especially for practice. So when I do it, I can practice that part separate, okay? And then when I do the kick, I've got to turn my body and kick. So my support foot, if we focus on that for a second, should turn 180, almost 180 degrees when you're doing it, so that you get the full pivot and reach out of your kick. Most roundhouse kicks to the body miss short. And so practicing for reach is super important. And doing it slow can be super important too. So there's no reason to sit here and wail on it over and over again. That's kind of messy. Karate is all about technique, so we want to make sure that we're doing big, full roundhouse kicks. Now, what I emphasized that time was after I kick the bag, I don't go down. That's just a sloppy kick. What I emphasize is that I make sure that after I kick, I bring my knee all the way back before I set it down behind me. So as I kick and I bring it back, I do that. And that's really good training on your hips too. So get your hips used to that twist. Now, another important thing, and I'll turn a little bit to the side so we can see it, is, let me stay there. So when I kick from this position, so you can see my hands, I do that with my hands. I don't open up, and this is a big, big problem. Some kids go like this, open up their whole chest, which makes them open to get hit. So what I do is I make it look almost like I'm punching before I deliver the kick. And what I just did is drop my foot. Don't drop your foot. Hands do this, kick and back, kick and back. Now, same deal. You could do sets of 3 on the right and then 3 on the left, or do 10 and 10. Just like other drills. We don't want to see, as instructors, kids just doing this. Very, very lazy doing the kicks. What we prefer to see you do is either practice the kick slow and work on form so that you're doing a nice looking kick. So when you do it at speed, it stays in good form, or individual fast ones and separating them. So a reset and then back and work on it that way. It's very important that your foot hits with the very top of the foot for sport kumite. You don't want to hit like that at all, and that's a very common mistake. That's usually from not turning your hips and your upper body and rotating your foot. So a lot needs to happen there. So I have to turn my hips, bring my hands in front, and rotate my foot, which a lot of kids lose their balance on doing it. So that's why going slow is super important when you're practicing your roundhouse kick. It's okay to practice it high too with the same kind of control, or doing something 2 taps and back to add more control. You can separate the double taps from the singles and do them in different sets. You can even place an object in front of you, nice and low, and practice kicking over that object and back, over and over again, over an object here. Usually I use a chair. So that's a great way to practice the kick there. And that's how we work on the roundhouse kick on the back.